Well, I mean, some of the balls he's hitting the other places in the other parks, they're home run parks. We don't play in one, but he continues to do it here. So it's, hope he keeps doing it. Hope he stays red hot. He's in a good spot in the lineup to produce runs because those guys have been getting on base ahead of him, and he's just swinging the bat great. I mean, especially right-handed. That's been a big plus.
The injury to Travis, is there much concern over it being serious? Did it happen in that 6th inning at bat?
No.
Okay.
Actually, he's got a bad shoulder from throwing, so that's what we're concerned about it. Anytime you talk about a shoulder problem with the catcher, it's a problem.
Is this something totally new tonight, or had it been bothering him a little bit and flared up worse?
First I heard it was tonight, Steve.
Just to follow up on Travis, first of all, are you concerned this might be a DL situation?
Well, Ken, again, I think it's too early to say, but, again, anytime you're talking about that particular area, that shoulder, when you're talking about a catcher, he's being looked at right tonight by the doctors who's here, and we'll know more a little later. But, yeah, I'm always worried about that.
And second of all, just your assessment of Syndergaard.
Well, his stuff was really good. I didn't think he was as sharp command-wise as he has been lately. But, one thing Dan picked up on, and I still think Dan's, if not the best, he's one of the tops. He just said, hey, his pace is not good tonight. And I didn't even think about it, but he's absolutely right. And then early in the game just dragged along, it seemed like. And, usually when Noah's pitching, he's on the mound, he's throwing, he's on the mound, he's throwing. So we got to, I think, from about the 4th inning on, he kind of tried to pick it up a little bit. And I thought he pitched better into the end.
Steve?
What does it say about his confidence level again here at this point when it seemed like he didn't have his good slider, and then in the 6th when there were 2 on, 1 out and he needed it, he seemed to pull it out.
Yeah, he does. That's what he's done, Steve. And you're right. When he came off and he told Dan, he said, "I'm finally loose." So, but again, we aren't going to make an excuse, but he has had 7 days off. And now he's going to have 6 more days off, and that's why we let him. We said 110 tonight. Would we let him go that far because he's had so much time off and so much more time off. So, but he's that kind of kid. He knows when he has to reach back for something. He just has the confidence to get it.
Bob?
Terry, how about defending against the running game? Is that something that has your attention that needs to be worked on?
Yeah, Bob. We try to, but I will tell you, I don't know a lot of great big pitchers that are real quick to the plate. I mean, those real tall guys, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of movement. It's really hard to get those guys, below that 1-3 mark that you kind of look for. So, but we still got to get better at it. There's no question.
Before the game, you were talking about how confident you were that Familia would be back to what you expect. How encouraging was that to see a clean inning for the first time since?
Really encouraging tonight. I mean, the velocity, we have not seen that since last fall. 97 mile-an-hour sinkers are not fun, and when we know that when they have to hunt the fastball, that those secondary pitches get outs, and when its velocity is down, those secondary pitches, when he makes mistakes with them, are a lot easier to hit. So seeing that velocity back tonight was big.
So Terry, kind of what you mentioned with Syndergaard, seemed like using a lot more fastballs early on, and you mentioned he said he felt looser later. Do you know?
He just told Dan. He said, I'm finally starting to get loose. So I don't know if there's anything more than all of a sudden, hey, look, I've got confidence in my slider right now. So, and again, I told Dan, I asked Dan, I thought, after the 6th, that he said I think he's got one more, and we need to stretch him out a little bit. I think it'll help. And after Closar got the base hit, I just thought that was enough.
Terry, talking about Lucas Duda, not only the home runs, but on the road trip, he had some situational hitting, sac flies, and singles with runners on second. You talk about his game and how much it's kind of widened as an RBI guy.
Rich, when you hit in the lineup where he hits, you got to be an RBI guy, and that's one of the things that I know Kevin has stressed is, there's going to be a lot of situations where you're going to have gimme RBIs, and that means just put the ball in play. And he did it in Atlanta the other night, just a routine fly ball. Won us a game, left center field, and if he can continue to do that, he's going to drive a lot of runs in, because once we get Sess back in lineup, there's guys on base, and so where you don't have to hit a homer, you just a fly ball or the ground ball to second once in a while with that runner third. It gets you some easy RBIs, and I think Lucas is right now feeling confident at the plate that he can do that, and he's driving in some runs.
Last one, Tony.
Terry, when Daniel Murphy was here, we saw him make some tangible changes to his approach to try and hit for more power. Not that Walker's going to hit 8 home runs every month, but have you seen anything similar in him and his profile that makes you think this is a little bit sustainable?
That's a tough one for me because I don't really watch a lot of the film from the past. If he's made any changes at all, I don't. I'm not aware of that. I just know that when you're seeing the ball good, you hit the ball good. And I think right now he's got great confidence going in. I know he does right-handed, so. Just think when he's getting up there, he's hunting certain pitches, and when he gets them, he's putting good swings on them right now.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay.